Hey there, everybody. You know, I love talking about camera and technology stuff, and over the past, I'd say a few months, I've come into possession of some things, especially with Amazon Prime Day, a birthday last weekend, and I've kind of found a few things that I think you might be interested in, and I know they're things that I really enjoy and have really been surprised at how well they perform based on their price points. I'd like to share those with you. So let's get into it. Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. This is Mike, Low Def Media, and today I have 5 items and a bonus item that I would like to share with you that these are things that I just haven't come across, weren't really looking for them, so to speak, but things that were either on sale or filled a need. And they're just really neat, and I think that you might get some value out of this. And a couple of them you've probably already seen, and you may have even seen other videos about them, but you're just wondering, is it something I need? Is it something I should buy? So hopefully during the course of this video, I can maybe answer a few questions and give you the info that you need to maybe make a buying decision. So let's get to that first one. Got my handy dandy list here. Okay, this one is the Vivitar 3-axis gimbal. It's a creator gimbal. It doesn't really have a great name, but it's designed for content creators, I guess. And the thing that I liked most about it is that it does look like a lot of the other higher end gimbals that you see being advertised on YouTube, things like the DJI Osmo gimbal. And there's another one that's made by, it'll come to me, no, it's not Vivitar, it's Zhiyun, probably butchering that name, but it's very similar where it's got the motor out to the side so that it doesn't get into your shot. I know in the past I've got older gimbals where it was out in the front and it ended up being more like that. All right, and so then your camera would hang off the side. And so this has got the same form factor as a lot of the newer gimbals, and it does fold down, very small and compact. Now, the one criticism I had initially was that it didn't have any software, and so you had to use it with whatever photo, video app you had on your phone, and it didn't really pair with it. It would just, you would video through your phone, and then you could use the controls here to maneuver the gimbal. Well, did a little research and found out that there is a gimbal app that you can use for this gimbal. It's not made by Vivitar, but they don't advertise it very well, and so I had to do some digging, go through the paperwork, and I found it. It does work pretty decent. Comes with a little tripod here, and so you can, now the one thing I do like about this, that I have an older gimbal that doesn't do this, it will face portrait and then landscape, but then you can also change the camera front and back. All right, and so this is really neat. Now the thing that's probably most appealing, $59. $59 for this gimbal. The other gimbals that you'll see that are made by the other brands, DJI and Zhiyun, they're over 100, and so this is a really great value. $59 works great. If you look at my Instagram, and I think even on my YouTube page, I have a video where I used it, so you can kind of see the quality. Let's see here. Oh, this is a really neat one. I've actually got it set up right here on a mic stand. This is the FDuce SL-40 DSLR, or not DSLR, XLR and USB microphone. Now this is a dynamic microphone, so unlike Blue Yeti or some of those other USB microphones that are condenser microphones, they pick up everything. This is a dynamic microphone, and it only captures what's closest to the microphone, so it's great for podcasts. And my most recent podcast that I put out also did a video using this, so the video podcast is out on the channel. So go look at that. I'll put a link up here somewhere, and so go check that out, and you can hear the quality of this microphone. The great thing is it lists for $99 on Amazon, but with a coupon, it's $69 for an XLR USB microphone that some say sound about as good as a Shure dynamic microphone, and they've compared it to the Blue Yeti, which I've got here. The Blue Yeti microphone, they said it sounds much better than that because this, again, is a condenser microphone. This is a dynamic microphone, so highly recommend the FDuce SL-40 dynamic microphone. Go check that one out, $69. That's a great value, you can't beat that. All right, Logitech. This is the MX-Master mouse, and the thing I really liked about this is because it works really well with my Mac. The Magic Mouse, you can scroll just touching the top of the mouse. That's great, but it's not very precise, and I don't like that it doesn't have left and right mouse buttons. This does, and so not only do you get this surface with the 2 buttons and the scroll wheel, but over on this side, it's currently connected to my MacBook. This part right here is also a touchpad, and then over here you've got another scroll wheel, and so that's really neat. And then something else that it does is that it works on just about any surface, so you don't need a mouse pad, you don't need a certain kind of surface for it to work. It works on just about everything. Great ergonomic design, and it also connects to 3 different devices. So while I'm sitting here, I can connect it to my work PC. Then I can press a button and it can go to my Mac Mini, press another button and it goes over here to my MacBook Pro. So I can use one mouse for all 3 devices. So that's very convenient. So the MX-Master, this particular one, most of the ones I saw were about $100, $99. This one I got on sale for $69. Does everything the other ones do. Comes with the little USB insert. And so you can put that in a computer that maybe doesn't have Bluetooth capability, and so it will send the signal, receive, and then work that way. But this one paired directly to all 3 of my devices without using that little dongle thing, that insert. So really like that, even if you use it for long periods of time, works great, feels great. All right, so that's a Logitech, and now this is something that I got on Amazon Prime Day. This is a solar-powered charging bank. And so this, if you look there, there's the solar panel. This is 20,000 milliamp hours. And so that's real. I mean, most of the smaller ones are 10,000. And so 20,000 will charge your device a couple times over. Has a nice little, it's very rugged. It's got the rubber sides on it so you can hold it. And then here's your 2 USB ports and your USB-C for charging. And then here you've got some lights. So if you take this camping or if you take it hiking, you've got some lights here. And then there's a solar panel and a clip. And it also has a cool little compass there on the back. So what I do is I take this and I connect it to my backpack, let it charge up while I'm outside. And then if I need to charge my phone while I'm hiking or camping, I can do that at night. So that's very convenient. I recommend that anything you can do that uses solar is just good. It's very wise because like right now here in Georgia, with the heat, you know, the summer heat, the high temperatures, rolling blackouts. I know in California they do the same thing. And so you never know when they're going to cut that electricity, and then people who charge their cars have a hard time charging cars because, again, they're starting to reduce the load on the grid. And so if you can have something that doesn't require you to plug in, so if you need to charge your phone in an emergency, solar power, that's great. All right, so what else is next? We have the power. Oh, this. Let me put up the graphic right now. This is the PowerLead MK-19 108 key mechanical keyboard. This was something that I found on Amazon. It was on sale. Came in at around 39, it was somewhere, 39, I'll put the price up on the screen as well. $39 to $50, somewhere in there. And the thing that I really like about this keyboard, I've had other RGB keyboards in the past, and their color scheme, you don't really have as much control as you would think. There's a couple patterns and that's about it. And it usually just ends up looking pretty silly. But this one, you have a lot of controls. Plus, on the keyboard, you have dials for volume. You have buttons for play and pause, and for changing RGB lights, and changing how fast they rotate or change colors. And so I like the color design. And so this has been a very good keyboard. I do a lot of typing during the day, and I find that this is very reliable. And it also comes with a magnetic wrist bar. So here's the wrist bar here. And so this wrist bar, very cool. It just clicks right onto the keyboard. And so I haven't seen those. Normally they click in and they don't pop off very easily, but this is magnetic. So really enjoy this keyboard, and very low price point for the quality. It's metal, it's heavy, and so it feels really, really good. My dog's back here, so I apologize if you hear her snorting and making noise. But yeah, the PowerLead MK-19 mechanical keyboard, fabulous. If you like mechanical keyboards, highly recommend that one. And then here's the bonus one. I found this one, I've seen it on Amazon, and I've seen it on Instagram or YouTube. People have done reviews on it, but I never really thought about buying one. But we have a store here that sells used Amazon or returned Amazon items. And so this was there, got it for $5. Normally retails for that $30 range. And this is the Takstar SGC598 microphone. Now, this part here looks like it's very, it looks like it would be like a shock absorber kind of thing, but it doesn't really move very much. Decent quality on the microphone. You have to put a battery here. It does have a low pass filter. It has a gain boost, and then on and off. So I'm not really a fan of any microphone that you have to put a battery in, because if the battery dies, then no microphone. And the other thing that's kind of irritating is this cord doesn't come off. And so while it is kind of springy and it does stretch out a little bit, if you put it on top of a camera, it's always going to reach. But if you want to use it for something other than that, where I've tried to hook it up to, like doing this, putting on a mic stand and putting it, just out of the shot, and then trying to connect it, you'd have to get an extension cable, because this isn't going anywhere. Now, it does have a lot of neat little clips here so that you can put the cord in right there. So that's good for cord management. And it comes with a lot of extra clips here for this shock absorber thing that really doesn't move very much. But for the price that I paid, $5, really good. And if you can see this one online for maybe $15, $20, I think this would be good. But I've found a lot of other $30 smaller microphones that work just as well and don't require a battery. But if you can find this one on sale, this is the Takstar SGC598. All right, so these are just some of the things that I've come across recently that, some I've really enjoyed, like the FDuce, great. The keyboard's great. The gimbal, great for the money. The charging bank, excellent. But, not all of them are great. The microphone, decent. So anyway, hopefully this helped you. I know these are things that you've probably seen if you scroll through YouTube a bunch. And so hopefully I've given you something that you can use to decide whether or not this is something you might want to take advantage of. But hey, if you like this kind of content, hey, become a subscriber. Let me know what you like, what you didn't like. Give me some feedback. Until we see you again, this is Mike, Low Def Media. Take care.